Drones operated by Ukraine's security service struck an ammunition depot used by Russia's 126th Separate Guards Coastal Defense Brigade near the village of Perevalne in occupied Crimea, according to Kiev Post sources in the security services. The site housed storage facilities for military equipment, weapons, and fuel. Sources say there were Russian military personnel killed in the strike, although the number of casualties has not been disclosed. The SBU continues to effectively target legitimate military objectives on Russian-occupied Crimean territory. Efforts to weaken the enemy's military capabilities will continue, a source within the SBU said. Videos shared on social media show powerful explosions and fires at the depot, while local residents reported visible smoke rising from the military base. The situation was reportedly so severe that Russian forces temporarily shut down traffic on the Simferopol-Alushta highway, which runs near Perevalne. Mikhail Razvozhayev, the Russian-installed governor of Sevastopol, claimed the sounds were from air defense systems in action. According to preliminary information, 6 UAVs were destroyed over the sea at a great distance from the coast, he said on Telegram. Occupied Crimea remains a key strategic hub for Russia in its war against Ukraine, used for missile launches, logistics for southern operations, and as the main base of the Black Sea Fleet. The peninsula holds both symbolic and military value, with its 2014 annexation marking the beginning of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Ukraine continues to target military infrastructure in Crimea, including ammunition depots, airfields, air defense sites, and naval assets. Ukrainian drone and missile strikes have disabled several major Russian landing and reconnaissance ships, forcing Moscow to relocate much of its fleet to Novorossiysk. And a sudden fire erupted at a machinery testing station warehouse near Moscow. It's unclear whether this was a Ukrainian attack, an act of sabotage, or simply plain Russian incompetence. Nevertheless, incidents like these continue to deplete Russia's war effort and undermine the effectiveness of its army.
Полыхает знатно. Это склады в стороне Миса, где еще ферма была. Дымище, я думаю, на весь Подольск видно. Там вообще прям чернюшня дымище пошло.
Back to conventional battlefields. Ukrainian drone intel spotted a Russian Tu-S7 Pion SPG firing near Lyman. After pinpointing the target, pilots from the Signum Battalion struck and disabled the gun. The Russian Tu-S7 Pion is a massive 203mm self-propelled gun, designed during the Cold War to deliver devastating long-range artillery strikes. It can fire nuclear or conventional shells up to 47 kilometers away, making it one of the most powerful artillery systems in Russia's arsenal. Destruction of a Russian Buk air defense system, including ammo for it. Destroying Russian Buk air defense systems is vital for Ukraine's air and drone operations. The Buk poses a serious threat to Ukrainian aircraft and long-range drones, limiting their ability to strike deep behind enemy lines. Taking out these systems opens the skies, enabling precision strikes on logistics, command centers, and artillery positions. Ukraine's full-time robotics unveiled the Slim Beam Laser Turret, 1.5 kilowatts, to neutralize drones up to 1 kilometer. Specs: 1080 nanometer wavelength, 20 to 800 meter range, 30-minute runtime, 50 kilogram weight, can blind drones at 2 kilometers. Ukrainian ingenuity has become one of the most decisive factors in battling Russian forces. From converting commercial drones into precision strike weapons to developing homemade naval drones and 3D-printed munitions, Ukraine has repeatedly outmaneuvered a larger, better-equipped enemy through creativity and adaptability. This resourcefulness compensates for shortages in traditional hardware, keeps Russian forces off balance, and constantly shifts the rules of engagement. In a war of attrition, innovation isn't just helpful, it's essential to survival and success. Minus 149 occupiers per day in their zone of responsibility. When the enemy is active, the ratio of losses reaches 1 Ukrainian to 12 Russians. Andriy Beletsky, commander of the 3rd Army Corps, on the results of the 3rd Assault Brigade in the Kharkiv region.
The Lyman direction, that the brigade is performing a function. Well, firstly, it holds more than 50 kilometers of the front line, at times reaching 60. Plus, the brigade fully performs the function of a fire team for the operational tactical unit. Well, now 50, 60 kilometers, I think 60 is definitely an absolute record in the armed forces among all brigades for the entire war. Plus, this is not a border or a calm, section like it happens. Yes, this is an endlessly attacked section of the front line, handling it well, handling it at a good level. Well, our losses compared to the enemy have long not been 3 or 5 to 1. Sometimes when the enemy is active, it's 10 to 1, 12 to 1. Again, why is that? We have better infantry. We have better command. We currently have the best artillery among mechanized or infantry brigades in the country. This is objective statistics, not my feeling. But most importantly, we are on a different technological level. Unmanned systems, air-based systems, NRK, ground robotic complexes, control system, reconnaissance, technical, electronic warfare, and so on. They are with us an order of magnitude better than the enemy.
Trump, when asked if Putin is an obstacle to peace, I had a rough talk with Zelensky. He's not making it easy. Never had the cards. No mention of Putin. No pressure. No surprise. Trump has zero intention of holding his buddy accountable. He don't want his buddy to be mad at him.
Do you think your perception of it has changed? Is Putin now the obstacle to peace in your mind?
Look, I had a real rough session with Zelensky because I didn't like what he said. And he was not making it easy. And I always said he doesn't have the cards. And he doesn't have the cards. And, I'm being honest. He doesn't have the cards. You're dealing with a massive army, and you're dealing with somebody that's brave, that had great equipment.
Zelensky at Albania summit. This week we had a real chance, but Putin was scared to come to Turkey. Russia sent empty heads to talks, ruining diplomacy. If they're just acting, the world must respond decisively.
All of you know that this week we had a real chance to take important steps toward ending this war, if only Putin had not been afraid to come to Turkey. I was in Ankara yesterday, and thanks for participation and hosting us, President Erdogan. And I was ready for a direct meeting with Putin, whether in Ankara or in Istanbul, and not just for a meeting, but to resolve all the important issues to my mind. But he didn't agree to anything, Putin. And you can also see that the Russian delegation that came to Istanbul is of a very low level. None of them are people who actually make decisions in Russia.
Ukraine lost $770 million on fake arms contracts, according to the Financial Times. Advance payments were sent to foreign intermediaries, but no weapons were delivered, amounting to a major hit to the $6 to $8 billion annual defense budget. In 2022, some deals involved 120mm mortars from Sudan via middlemen linked to Russia's FSB and Wagner. Dozens of such contracts are now under investigation, with several Ukrainian officials fired or charged with corruption. Romanians will go to the polls on Sunday to choose between hard-right candidate George Simion and pro-European independent Nicușor Dan. Dan is now ahead of Simion in the polls. Both candidates support the end of Russia's war on Ukraine, but Dan wants Romania to continue supporting its neighbor, while Simion wishes Romania to halt its aid. 9 people killed, 4 more injured. Russia attacked a civilian bus in Sumy region with a Lancet drone. According to local authorities, passengers were evacuating from Bilopilia, as it is constantly attacked by Russia. Russian terror on Ukrainian civilians continues. Belarus has tested a new Russian-Belarusian mobile laser system, Shafran, designed to counter unmanned aerial vehicles. Footage of the test was published by the pro-military Telegram channel Ya Voeni Bel I Am Military, showing a laser striking a quadcopter and the subsequent fall of the damaged drone. The system is being developed by the Belarusian Scientific and Technical Center LEMT, Lasers in Ecology, Medicine, Technology, in cooperation with Russian defense enterprises. The channel also shared images of the laser mounted on a 3-axle truck chassis, along with a computer-generated render displaying the system's components. LEMT began joint development with 2 Russian research institutes in 2023 on a 100-kilowatt laser module intended to neutralize drones at extended ranges. Earlier reports indicated the existence of a 30-kilowatt system capable of autonomously detecting, identifying, and destroying aerial targets, even at varying speeds, at distances of up to 1.5 kilometers. We have a joint project with 2 research institutes from Russia. We are creating a powerful and high-tech system, a laser to combat drones. A laser designed to combat drones at kilometer-range distances, a LEMT representative told local media. It is capable of independently tracking air targets and destroying them with a laser, regardless of the speed of the object. Recently, Ukraine-based Full-Time Robotics recently announced the development of its own 1.5 kilowatt slim beam laser system designed to neutralize drones and other low-altitude threats at distances of up to 1 kilometer.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comments section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week at 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.